If you've been feeling overwhelmed and stuck, whether that's stuck doom scrolling or stuck in your head, maybe even playing that comparison game because you've been spending a lot of time online, I totally feel you. Hi, my name is Ariana, and I'm trying to spend as much time off of my phone this year because I'm worried that I'm missing my life. So, if you can relate, if you're also craving a slower life, a more present life, I hope that you get to take away some stuff that can help you. So, all these things that I'll be sharing are things that I've been testing out because I feel like there's not just one thing that's going to work the best for you. They might seem small, you might have already heard about them, but I really encourage you to try them because for me, for these past few months, they have helped create that change that I have been longing for and that I need so that I can again feel like I am taking charge of my life and I'm not holding back. And I think that as someone in her 30s who gets to see her friends doing some really amazing things, celebrating some really fun accomplishments, traveling a ton, now that we have adult money, there's just like so much stuff that we can do. I do catch myself kind of wondering like, am I living big enough? Am I doing enough? Do I need to travel more? Do I need to book more trips and figure out how to, get to this place? And I think it just comes back to like, am I finding moments during my week to maybe step out and do something new? Um, am I being social enough and meeting other people and making new connections? Or am I at home on my phone scrolling and being maybe a little too invested in someone else's life? The first thing that I want to share that I think is something that you can do even while you're watching this video. I mean, I don't encourage you to multitask, but maybe start here, and it's downloading this app called Naze, Naze, and I'll add a photo of it here. I came across this app online. I think someone had mentioned it, and I wasn't sure if it was an ad. Sometimes those ads can turn us off. But no, I think it was just someone's honest experience with it, and I decided to download it. And it's essentially it's called a mindful social media use app because it helps moderate your scrolling, and it's developed so that you can intentionally use your phone. So every time you reach for it and you open up an app, you essentially have to answer why it is that you're opening up that app. For me, it's TikTok. Why am I opening it? Is it to create content, to search for something, to send a message? You get to pick one of the four. There's one more that's not coming to mind. And then you get to also select the time that you're going to allow yourself to scroll on that app. And then after that time is over, it kicks you out essentially. And then you get the option to to jump back in for one more minute, and then it kicks you out again. And then you have to go through that whole process. And this has been my favorite thing ever. It just stops you from obviously absorbing that content in that moment, and it brings you back into your body because it asks you a question and makes you reflect again, like, do I want to spend another chunk of time on my phone, another 20 minutes, or have I had enough? Do I want to put my phone down and move about my day? So I can encourage you enough to find an app like this. I know there's different programs. There's also the Break that's really popular, but I think this app is something that has really helped me and can also help you. And then next up, this is something that I purchased about 2 months ago, and it's my new leather journal cover. But as someone who has been journaling for a long time and wants to be a little more consistent, sometimes you just have to beautify that thing that you are meant to use more and make it something that you look forward to opening up, to smelling. This is just a beautiful leather journal case, and I have a video where I share a little bit more about it. But I love this because you get to kind of customize it. I added charms to mine, and you get to create a little journal ecosystem. So I'll give you a quick little sneak peek here. When you open mine, I have some photos here of my friends, family, and then I have my first journal where I do all my brain dumping, stream of consciousness, just any feelings, any thoughts, any questions that I have. I just scribble them on here. I don't worry about my um, handwriting being legible. This is my messy journal, and I feel like journals need to be messy because, um, again, it's just you getting out what's on your mind. And if you can keep your pen connected to the paper, just try to keep that flow. I feel like that makes you stay connected to the thoughts and to the thread that's coming through, and yeah, that you need to maybe work through or just let go of. And then I have another notebook in the back, and this is where I doodle, I draw, just blank pages. And then I'm looking to add a few more because I do have the option to, um, yeah, to add, I think, a total of 4 notebooks. But that's what I have here. And then I have some fun little journal prompts that I always stick in there. I like to switch these up during the week. And then I have some photos as well. This is a postcard that I bought in Mexico that kind of just put life into perspective. I have a photo of me as a little girl as well. So, just a reminder of my why. Why is to just honor the little Ari in me that just wants to live her most authentic, fun, adventurous life. All right. And the third thing that has been helping me is a phone stand. And I feel like the stand is really great because it just symbolizes that your phone has a home, that it deserves to rest, and that you don't need it, that you don't need to take your phone into every room because it has a little established place in your home. And it's also kind of a way to just care for something that already does so much for you. You start to again claim that your relationship with your phone is more intentional. And I think also it's just really healthy to separate ourselves from our phone because if you don't have anywhere designated for your phone, you're going to keep reaching for it and taking it into every room. And then unconsciously, you're just going to find yourself opening up your phone and jumping into an app. The goal is to have your phone in a fixed location at your house, ideally out of your bedroom and out of just a place that you typically hang out in and spend a lot of time in. So I encourage the kitchen. All right. And the last thing that has really helped me and that I've been enjoying tremendously is my radio slash CD player. So growing up, this was my alarm clock. I've had this piece for many, many years. It was in storage for a while, but I dusted it off. It's now part of my living room setup. And the second that I get home, I turn it on. And I think having the music and just feeling like my space is alive, there's something that I get to enjoy and tune into, takes away the need for me to sit and to scroll. I really encourage you to consider buying a radio. You can buy one secondhand, maybe check out, a Facebook marketplace, or begin to repurchase a CD player. And whenever I go thrifting, I always just check out the CDs that they have in stock, and that's how I've begun to build my collection once again. So that's always fun and just a beautiful thing to have at home. That again reminds you to unplug from your phone and just be in the moment. I'm definitely not perfect with all of this. I do have my days where I notice that I do reach for my phone more than I would like. But I think I have introduced things that have at least required me to pause and to ask myself why. Why is it that I want to escape my reality? Why do I need that fix, that dopamine hit, when I know I have other things that maybe can offer that to me? And help my nervous system relax and take the break that I'm craving. If you try out one of these, please let me know. If there's anything else that's working for you that you'd like to share, drop it down below. And thank you for hanging out, and I will catch you in the next video.